to Ideation 101, day 2 of the 1% School. Thank you so much for coming in. Your enthusiasm as you're coming in, hitting those emojis, hitting those emoji reacts, those brain emojis, whatever it is. We want to keep you hyped. We want to keep you engaged through this very jam-packed session that we have for you. Amazing. WWs. Yeah, amazing. Come on. Well done. Well done. Okay. Hitting those W's. No L's here. Only W's. Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay. So, without further ado, as you all start coming in, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to let you in on a little something over here. Cool. Let me know if you can see. Okay, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen. Amazing. Ideation 101. We're getting it. We're getting in. We're going in deep. Okay, brilliant. So, first thing I'm going to do, as we always do, you know what it is? Learn fast. For us is in the building. Just a second. Let me just let him in. Okay. So we're learning fast. What does that mean, everybody? Put it into the chat. What does learning fast mean to you? We went through the acronym last time. Put it into the chat and let me see if you remember. What is learning fast to you guys? Yes. Yes, Aaron. What does learning fast mean? Give me just an example of how we can learn fast. Forget what you think you know. Smashed it, it's Huck. Active, learn with engagement, state of being, bring water, sit up straight. Not only will your body thank you, your mind will thank you. Your outputs will be so much better. Yo, love this. Yasser, yeah, empty your glasses, your proverbial glasses, in order to drink from the fountain of anybody that presents to you guys, okay? We've got a brilliant session for you. Yeah, sit up straight, Danielle. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, cool. Shane is at the door. Morning, morning, evening, wherever you are. We've got an international bunch here. We've got people from Dubai. We've got people from Turkey, from Pakistan. We've got from the UK, from Switzerland. We've got people from all over the world joining in right now. So I can't say good morning to you. I've got to say hello, because keep it international. All right. So let me just begin again. Starting fast. I'm at a zoo right now, so I can't I can't hear properly. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? Embrace the sounds that you're hearing at the zoo, my man. Wow, yeah, brilliant. Learning fast, FAST. We're going to forget everything that we thought we knew in order to be what? Active, engaged. S, we're going to be in a good state. Make sure that we're hydrated. Make sure that we're learning. Make sure we are taking notes, because this is going to be a very interactive session. And then, of course, I want you to teach at least 2 people, okay? At the end of this 2-week program, you know, if you can stay with us for every workshop, brilliant. For whatever workshop that you're attending, I want you to promise me you're going to teach those people that you care about in your life, even, you know, your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle. Make sure that you do teach them something in order to solidify that for you, okay? Brilliant stuff. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about ideation. What does that really mean? And you know, so essentially, what can I say? Our approach at the 1% School is an approach that has been harnessed over many decades, over time. You know, you can call it design thinking, lean startup, human-centric ideation, whatever it is. It begins with the problem in mind. Okay. Yesterday we were solving our minds to make them really adept. Bring your mind to the next level in order for you to what? To see problems around you, to then be somebody that can actually challenge those problems head on and do something about those problems. Because that, my friends, is the definition of an entrepreneur, according to us at the 1% School and various other schools like Y Combinator, like other incubators and programs out there. Give me a shout, give me a thumbs up if you're ready, if there's a problem that you care about solving. Give me a thumbs up if there's a problem that you have identified and you care about solving. Brilliant. This is what an entrepreneur is about. You see problems around you as opportunities, not hurt. Remember when we spoke about fixed mindset and growth mindset? You have a growth mindset about you from the very beginning. So, ideation 101. What are we talking about? Anti-fragility. My man Daniel, brilliant. Okay. Ideation 101, we're going to talk about how important ideation is when it comes to entrepreneurship. Of course, the problem first. Sort yourself out, identify a problem, then we get to ideation. We're going to go through a few exercises, guys, in order to stimulate your creativity and generate some really fresh and dope ideas, okay? And we're going to go through some tips later on how to nurture that ideation. Okay. Ideation, my friends, is the process. What's the definition here? It's the process of generating and developing new ideas, quite simply. Okay, the process. And give me a thumb. Can you see the slides? Okay, yeah. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see the slides? Brilliant. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Ideation is the process of generating and developing new business ideas. It is a crucial step in entrepreneurship, laying the foundation for innovative and successful ventures. However, like my first ever mentor said to me when I began my journey at university, he said, you know what, Mohammed, in a very thick American accent, he said, Mohammed, ideas are 10 a penny, but execution is key. I made him sound a bit more cooler than he was. He was just like, New York guy, like, very, very into startups. And he's like, you know what? What does that mean? Ideas are 10 a penny. Execution is key. Can somebody give me an explanation in the comments? What does it mean that ideas are 10 a penny? Any thoughts over there? I'll tell you quickly. Ideas are 10 a penny means there's so many ideas out there. Like I spoke to somebody today and this morning. Yes, brilliant, Ishal. Ideas are easy. It's the execution that's harder. Brilliant. So I met somebody today in the morning, gave me some brilliant ideas and advice, but guess what? He didn't execute himself on those ideas. He saw me as somebody that can potentially execute on those ideas. So he told me, listen, you should do this, listen, you should do that, should do that. I was like, give it to me, man, give it all to me. But the difference between the successful and the non-successful are the ones who execute. Brilliant. And another meaning about ideas are 10 a penny. Ideas don't have something called intellectual property. They don't have any value. If you steal my idea, I just have an idea, right? I have an idea for the next big thing when it comes to toothpaste, right? I have an idea for the next big thing when it comes to toothpaste. But guess what? You can steal that idea from me quite easily because there's nothing to steal. It's just a thought, right? Until you make something out of that idea, I can't have any intellectual property. What does that mean? I can't sue you for stealing my idea. If I've got something, a prototype or something to show, then yes. Dedication is key to successfully achieving the execution part of a business. Yes, Isaac, my man, you know this. You know this. Okay. So, what's our next thing we're going to talk about? Okay. Now is the part where we go. You know what? At the 1% School, we're about going straight in, executing straight in. Now, to get you warmed up and in the mood for ideation, this is the perfect exercise. It's called A Day in the Life. You can read the explanation there, but here it is. Just like I made you visualize yesterday, your day from a perspective of gratitude, meaning asking you, how is your day, thinking about all the things you're grateful for. Today, we're going to flip it around a little bit. Today, we're going to focus on problems, okay? But not in a way that is emotional, meaning, you're going to feel down throughout. No, I want you now. Imagine a typical day. Maybe yesterday, maybe a week ago. Try to imagine a day. And again, in order to really enhance our visualization, you can feel free to close your eyes or soften your gaze, meaning you just, have a very soft gaze towards whatever you're looking at, maybe looking below. Remember keeping your back straight, keeping your shoulders dropped and making almost like you're sinking into your seat, okay? No worries, no worries, Malik. It's all good. You can come in whenever, and I'll send you maybe a recording or something like that. Okay, what are we gonna do? Take a deep breath in and out. Okay, now visualization as an entrepreneur is an incredible tool. Now imagine your day from the time you get up from your bed all the way through to then, do you close an alarm? What do you do? Do you open up your phone? What are the distractions? What are the problems now that you face as soon as you start your day? I've opened, is this, am I going milk first, or am I going cereal first? Am I eating gramande? Am I eating shakshuka? What am I eating? What are the issues there when I'm eating the food or getting ready for school, putting my backpack on, my backpack rather? How are those issues coming up for me when I'm now going into school, and when I'm going into college, or whatever it is? You're going someplace. What are the issues there? Traffic jams, issues in your day, maybe issues with your siblings at home. What's going on? I want you to take a note of these issues in your mind as you go through your day, unpacking each hour as it passes. The school teacher is he she are they as energetic as this class right here? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they're much better than this class. Who knows? That in that case, you're very lucky. Go ahead, imagine your day further now. Start to think about the frustrations, the sounds, the noises, the food, the taste, the colors, the scents, the accents, all these things that are hitting you in your day as you go through it. Okay, imagine your day. Now keep progressing with that feeling. What is frustrating you? What is annoying you? What are the problems that are hitting you in your face? Or even those problems that are on the side that other people are facing. Okay, now you're going through your lessons in your day. Now the school begins to wrap up. How are you feeling? Tired? Anxious? What's going on? You're feeling like you're done out here, as we say in London. Man's done out here, cuz. Yeah, done out here, bro. Yeah. How are you feeling? Meri te bus ho gayi yaar, as the Punjabis say, right? That's it, man. That's it. I'm done. Okay, fine. You finish your day, go back to home now. What are the issues that you're facing? How's dinner? Are there any after school clubs, after school kind of activities? What are the things that you're doing? Swimming, is that going well for you? You should have a better teacher. Whatever it is, make a note of it. Okay. Now I want you to fast forward now to the time you retire back to your beds, retire back to this pillow, right? I want you to think of your day now. Brilliant, Adam. Love this environment as well. Now what? Now feel free to slowly open your eyes and now start noting down things, whether it's on your laptop, whether it's on a phone, on a pen and paper. Note down those problems, or better still, note down those problems in the chat now. Okay? What are the issues that you have? I'll mention it to you. My issues in the day. It's a non-nutritional food. That's a problem. Yeah, that is affordable. That's and quick. That's for me. Not always being motivated. Brilliant, brilliant one, Adam. Okay, that's the issue that I have. Non-nutritional food. I'm a bit of a foodie, right? I like to enjoy my food, but I don't always have the most nutritional food. The other thing that I think about in my day, you let me know your thoughts. Um, Not having time to do wrestling or whatever kind of swimming and badminton. Okay, too many assignments and projects. Enough. I know how it is, man. I know how it is. I know how it is. Where we're gonna focus on problems just for now. Okay. Any other problems, keep them coming. Getting out of bed with back pain. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. That's a very interesting one. Maybe there's some muscle issue there. Maybe you could slowly get out, start working on your back muscles, okay? Like grabbing a small weight, doing extensions, back extensions in order to firm those two. You see that they run parallel to your backbone, that muscle there, those need support and building. Okay, so I want you to build those muscles, Muawiyah. Okay, but not having active and engaged members to transfer scripts onto an RDP. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw your idea. Very, very interesting. Very interesting stuff. How do we engage those members more? We're going straight into community building. I would love that. I would love to talk about that with you, but at some point, time management, not eating enough, Hajra, bad routine. Hajra ji, yeah, a bad routine. It happens during your holidays. Yeah, time management. Too many people in my house to relax. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know how it is, Daniel. I know how it is sometimes. Bad habits. Okay. A lot of you mentioning very similar things, routines, habits. Maybe there's something that you can come together and build. Premiere Pro keeps crashing. Okay. Maybe an alternative that is lighter and quicker and more geared towards your laptop and its performance. Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Now, OT Mads, good food. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Good food that is nutri-dense and however it is. Okay, brilliant. My friend's not engaging enough in their business, instead playing Call of Duty. Wow, man. Adam, you have to chat to your mates, man. Chat to your mans. Chat to your mans. See what they're saying. Okay, brilliant. Now, this is a good one. I want you to keep that roster of ideas, okay? We're going to go deep into Scamper now, okay? We're going to go very deep into this technique. Some of you have already heard of this. OT Mads already knows. I think Sabih might already know. Scamper is quite simply a technique, a very powerful tool that we use and we apply to ideation, right? It's an acronym. SCAMPER. It's 7 words that we use in order to come up with new ideas, okay? So you've already started your minds thinking about ideas. Now's the next level. We're going to use this framework. It stands for substitute, combine, adapt, magnify, minify, modify, put to another use, eliminate, rearrange, or reverse. I'm going to put that up again over here. Scamper, rearrange, or reverse. Okay, here's my explanation. Please play. 1 second. Moiz is coming at the door. Okay, so Moiz, you've come at the right time. I'm going to explain to you Scamper now. Scamper is a technique for ideation. SCAMPER. What does it mean? How do we apply it? First, number one, take an existing product or service. Okay, number one, take an existing product or service. It could be a product, an idea, something that you wish to improve, or something that is a great starting point for a future development. Then simply, what we're going to do, very simple, we're going to go down the list and ask questions regarding each of the 7 elements. Okay, each of the 7 elements. Substitute, for example, each one comes with its own questions. Okay, how do we substitute? How do we combine? How do we adapt? How do we modify? How do we magnify or minify? How do we put it to another use? How do we eliminate? How do we rearrange or reverse? Okay, then you're going to apply those questions to the values, the benefits. A second, Salman is at the door. Let me invite him in. We're going to apply these questions to the values, the benefits, the services, the touch points, the attributes, the pricing, the markets, and essentially any other related aspect you might be able to think of that has relevance to your ideation needs. Don't worry, this is a lot of information, but we're going to go through it slowly and slowly. Okay, what is Scamper? How do we use it? Okay, don't worry, it's a bit overwhelming now. I'm going to slowly go through it with you. Okay, brilliant. Look at the answers that you then come up with once you've asked your questions relating to each of these 7 elements, right? And you're gonna look at them and think which one is a viable solution, right? Could you use any of them to create a new product? That's all it is. Okay, now we're going to go through a real example. We're going to go through a few questions actually first. Okay, number 1, substitute. Okay, substitute. Overall, the question to think about here when we talk about substitute is this: What can I substitute or change in my product, problem, or process? Okay. You should think about substituting parts of your product or processes for something else. Here's an example of a few questions that you can ask when we're substituting something. What can I substitute to make an improvement? Okay. How can I substitute the place, time, materials, or people? Can I substitute one part of this product for another, right? Or change any parts? Okay. Okay. Can I replace something in this? We're quite simply asking, how can I substitute any part of this with something else? Okay. And we'll come back to this. Don't worry. It's quite detailed. We're going to come back to this. Okay. Number 2 is combine. Combine. The overall question here is, how can I combine 2 or more parts to create something new? Okay. And we'll go through this in more detail. I'll come back to this. Let's say remove extra parts from car to go. Brilliant, Yasser. I love that. This is exactly when. So Yasser was talking about removing extra parts from a car to make it go fast. This is exactly what the Tesla does. The Tesla car. There's no moving parts that are inside. It's just a battery, and it's so much more quicker than your normal car. Okay. If the screen is glitching, apologies. I'm not sure if that's just me. We'll go through this. This is combine. I'll come back to this. Don't worry, because I realized how detailed my explanation is. I'll make it much more simple for you. Adapt. Overall, the question is, we need to ask, what can I adapt in my product, problem, or process? Right? Think about which parts of the problem can you adapt and change a little bit, modify. Right? The other one, magnify or modify. What can I what can I make bigger? Right? Very simply, what can I make bigger or modify? What can I tone down as well? What can I exaggerate and overstate? Put to another use. Is there something else that this can be used for? Okay. And we'll go through loads of examples. Don't worry, we'll go through loads of examples for you. Last 2, eliminate. Yeah, over here, what can I eliminate? What can I remove? Just as Yasser is asking, how can I make the car more lightweight without reducing and altering the function? Okay, that sounds brilliant. Okay, brilliant. And last, reverse or rearrange. What can I rearrange in some way? Can I interchange or change the components and layout? This is all theory. I don't like theory. I like examples. And I sure hope you like examples too. One example I'm going to give you is McDonald's. Okay, here's a case study of McDonald's and how we can use the SCAMPER framework to ideate and come up with new ideas. Substitute. Okay, we can substitute the menu. Let me take you back to 1940. Brothers Richard and Morris McDonald. What did they do? They opened a restaurant. And the restaurant, well, it wasn't called McDonald's, it was called McDonald's Barbecue. They had 25 items on the menu, mostly barbecue. But in 1948, after 8 full years of business, they realized that most of their profits come from selling hamburgers, not barbecue stuff, hamburgers. And that's why they decided to replace, this car hop drive into a very streamlined system with a smaller menu. They substituted that barbecue menu for a hamburger menu with cheeseburgers, potato chips, coffee, soft drinks, and their famous apple pie. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're still here, if you're still engaged, if you're liking the McDonald's example, right? If you're liking the McDonald's example, give me a what emoji? Give me a relevant emoji, food emoji. Give me a hungry emoji. Give me a hungry emoji. What's a hungry emoji? Food. Let me see some food in the emoji reacts, man. Yeah. Oh, love, 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 love. Fire, fire, fire. Okay. Brilliant. McDonald's. It's now making sense, right? It's now making a bit more sense. We're substituting the normal menu with a hamburger menu. That's the number one thing. Okay. Combine Happy Meal gang. Okay. So McDonald's, they wanted to invent a breakfast, right? Breakfast fast food. And what did they do to do that? They combined two things. They combined the egg and what they had already, the McMuffin, the muffin. So what did they create? The egg McMuffin, a new product, tastes good. Nobody else has done it before, and this was introduced back in 1972. The egg McMuffin was a huge success, right? Later on, they added a full breakfast menu, and I'll give you another one. They also, sorry, in 1979, they introduced a combination nobody's ever thought of. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. What was that? It's combining two things, food and toys. What did they call it? The Happy Meal. This meal was supposed to make it easier for mothers to feed their children more effectively. A Happy Meal came with a hamburger and a small toy. Okay, please mute your mics if you've just come on. No worries, happy to have you on board, but please do mute your mics. A Happy Meal came with a hamburger and a small toy. Both were packaged in a cardboard box with a smiley and a McDonald's logo in it. Okay, so two examples of combination. Okay, combining the food and the toy, and combining the egg and the muffin. All right, adapt, talking about buildings here. Okay, here's an example of adapt. In 1959, the McDonald's brothers, they decided that they needed a new building to bring sales up and increase efficiency. They designed a new building that was more eye-catching outside, and the inside of the building was remade so the staff could work more efficiently. Okay, so they changed the building in order to catch your attention. Who here knows what time it is when they see those golden arches, right? Who's a fan of McDonald's, by the way? Just be honest, right? Be honest. The filet of fish for me, give me a thumbs up if you're a Mackie D's fan. And also in the chat, let me know, what do you call it amongst yourselves? Do you call it McDonald's? McDonald's, maybe the potato is halal, as well as if you were to go to Turkey, if you were to go to Malaysia, Singapore, Pakistan, wherever you go, Morocco, McDonald's is halal there, right? You call it Mackey's. We call it Mackie D's, man. Mackie D's. McDoogie Woogie. McDoogie Woogie. MCD's all the way. Yeah. Fish fillet only. Yeah. Even the fish fillet is debatable, but I'm on the fish fillet gang side. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Anybody else calls it anything? McDonald. McDoo. McDoo. Amazing. All right. Brilliant. So, do you understand that fish fillet and fries are a combination, man? You know what? Maybe we can combine the fish fillet and the fries on top, and that's a new combination, okay? So we get adapt. You can get vegan stuff as well. Yes, Ishaq. Brilliant. Bugdoogie woogie. All right. So adapt went through. Now M. Okay, here it is. We talk about 1954, right? In 1954, a person named Ray Kroc, whose picture I've put up there, suggested an idea to the McDonald's brothers, right? He believed, and there's a movie about this, right? He spoke about, gave the idea. He believed that McDonald's was a ticket to success, right? He suggested their ticket is franchising their restaurants throughout the country, right? Give me a thumbs up if you know what a franchise means? Franchise. Or give me a thumbs down if you haven't heard of this word, if you don't know what a franchise is. Franchise. Give me a thumbs down if you don't know, thumbs up if you know. Okay, brilliant. Yes, it's a type of company, Aaron. But specifically, it's when a established brand like McDonald's, they are called a franchisor. They give a license, or they give the permission when they get paid to somebody else to create a mini version or another branch, or the correct word is franchise of their company. So as an example, you've got McDonald's, the HQ, the headquarters in America. They give the license to me in London to open up my own franchise back in 1980 or 1970s, right? I'm now a franchisee. They are the franchisor, okay? Now, this was the thing. Modified. What did Ray Kroc suggest? It's a modification to their business in order to take over the whole of America, take over Kuwait now. Like you've got so many McDonald's in Kuwait, Dubai, you've got Turkey, Spain, you've got Madrid, you've got so many. Madrid is in Spain, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is Italy, you've got everywhere McDonald's. It's not a country, I don't think. Mongolia, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, all these countries have McDonald's there. Okay, yes, exactly, Isaac. More than one restaurant of the same company. That's an example of a franchise. A franchise. Okay. In 1954, what did Ray Kroc suggest? That is a modification. Change your business, create a franchise. Both brothers were skeptical, however, to this new idea. But Kroc, this is just a little background, Ray Kroc offered to take the responsibility for setting up the new franchises, and then Kroc came home with the right to set up a new McDonald's restaurant in the whole country. McDonald's then grew slowly for its first 3 years, but by 1959, guess what? There were 68 new restaurants in America. That's incredible. Franchise will allow you to expand phenomenally, right? So just a word to know in the future, if you end up being the next Popeyes, the next Domino's, whatever it is that you have, the next Krispy Kreme, the next Crumble, the next Dunkin' Donuts, whatever it is, your key to expansion, franchising, okay? Franchising. Okay, brilliant. Now, another example of the scamper. So McDonald's, no. Interesting. I'd have to look into that. I don't know the answer to your question, Mohammed. Whether McDonald's invented the franchising model, I don't think so. I don't think so. But they were the most famous franchise by far. That's a very good question. I don't know. I don't think you might have to do a quick Google to look at what were the first. Okay, Akshat says no. So we'll go with Ishaq and Akshat, who both say no. They didn't invent this, and I believe so too. But they are definitely the most famous franchise in history, right? That's what I believe, yeah. And the franchising model, you can argue, has been around since any person kind of since the first time businesses started. Why? Because when a business starts, they want to expand, and they may give license to somebody else. Okay. Google says it was Isaac Singer. Okay, maybe Isaac, who's on this call, can let me know if that's true. I don't know anybody else that would know. Maybe your namesake, you know about him. Maybe you're named after him. Who knows? Anyway, next letter in Scamper. And by the way, guys, you're doing amazingly well given how much we've gone through already in terms of content. This is one of the more chunkier workshops, so I'm really happy that you're here, still engaged. Put to another use. What is the example here? The example, if you can see from that picture, is the Olympics. What did McDonald's do? McDonald's supported the Olympic movement in 1968. Can you believe that? Can you believe? Oh, there it is. So the first franchise, nice one, Isaac. Smashed it. So can you believe that in the 1968 Olympics, a fast food brand, McDonald's, was the sponsor of the Olympic Games? That is mad. Like today, there's no way a fast food brand can really support sports and stuff like that without people thinking, hey, surely this is not healthy food. Surely our But what's interesting is Coca-Cola and these guys, they do it, right? So why not? Maybe that's just my bias. I think my personal opinion would be McDonald's is like too fast foody. They have to change their brand a bit more. They have to modify in order to become a bit more healthy, have more salad options, in order to then go back to sponsoring Olympic Games. The other thing, putting McDonald's to another use, McDonald's might have heard this, they became a real estate company, meaning McDonald's are now they're purchasing real estate, purchasing stores and selling them on. And this was a genius move, right? Same as Nike does. Brilliant, Yasser. Yes. It worked exactly for us. It sounds backwards, but it worked very, very well. So so essentially now McDonald's are selling restaurants and real estate instead of just simply hamburgers. Okay, so this is an example of putting to another use. Last two left, guys. Last two left. So bear with me. E. E stands for eliminate or elaborate. Okay. Here's a very straightforward example of elimination or elaboration. Have a guess from the self checkout we've got there. Yes, it's essentially killing off your staff, because now, laying off a lot of your staff, replacing or eliminating your staff with the self checkout. How many of you now even go to the till, or rather you'd go for the self checkout? Self checkout gang, give me a little thumbs up. Self checkout. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Or checking out with an actual what do you call it, with an actual client, or with an actual staff member. Give me a thumbs up if you'd rather check out with a human being. Wow. Hard. Wow. All thumbs down. All thumbs down. 50-50. It depends, right? It depends. If you like that interaction, you want to have a chat with somebody. Okay, brilliant. Interesting stuff. We've got loads of thumbs down when it comes to that. But then some people saying, you know what? I like chatting with people. Okay, that's an example of eliminate. Last one, guys. Last one. Scamper. It takes long. It takes a long time to go through all this, right? For real, yeah. They take too long to scan my cereal. Daniel. All right. Reverse. At first, okay, this is what was interesting, right? At first, McDonald's had only a drive-through option, right? But then after gaining huge success, they decided to make McDonald's a restaurant where people can come down and eat. That's reversing the business model altogether. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yeah? We're reversing. So it's reverse or rearrange, Ishaq. Yeah? Reverse or rearrange is the last R. Just, if you go to Scamper, you Google it online, you'd find there's little differences, but I think bring those definitions together, reverse or rearrange. Okay? Cool. Cool. Now, here's the example. Feel free to take a little stretch, because we're going to go through a quick example. The focus today is on Scamper. There are other ideation techniques, and we have gone past the 38-minute mark as well. So feel free to take a little stretch. Get up if you want, because we're going to go through an example, and I want you to think about how we can apply Scamper to a spoon. A spoon, okay? A spoon. Okay. Fine. Let's go in. Are we ready? Taking a little stretch? Okay, fine. Let's do it. So, how can we apply? So you're ready for us. Mama's born ready. If you're ready, let me see some reacts. Let me see some. Give me a little fire emoji if you're ready. If you're ready, give me a little fire. Fire, my man, fire. Pour fire. Come on. Yeah. Ooh. Yes. What else are we saying? Yeah. Okay. Are you ready to begin? Are you ready to get it in? Yeah. About to go down. It's about to go down. Woo! Woo! Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay, Scamper. How do we get hype over a spoon? Right. I don't have a spoon with me right now, but think about a spoon, okay? And let's apply Scamper together. Number one, substitute. I'm going to ask you the question: what can we replace a spoon with that will do the same thing the spoon does? Okay, this is a very difficult question, but I really want to push you guys, right, to think about this. How can we substitute the spoon? Ooh, yes. Chopsticks. Okay. Spork is a slightly different one. Chat. Spawn is a slightly different one. It adds use. Chopsticks is amazing. Hands. Substitute. You know what's interesting? When we eat with our hands, our thumb and our fingers, they release an enzyme that actually helps break down the food itself. And it actually makes it taste better as well. So it's interesting. Take these three fingers, like the sunnah, right? And then eat like that. Okay, for soup and stuff, we can just sip it from the bowl. Ah, I love this thinking. Straw, brilliant, brilliant for us. Come on, man. You guys are coming up with some brilliant ideas. I might need to use you, guys, for next time I need an idea, I'll just come to you guys. Okay, brilliant. So an example that I came up, or rather, I was inspired by, was a shell or a whisk. A whisk. Okay, so we can substitute a spoon with something else that will do the same thing for us, right? Like for example, we're trying to mix our favorite. And by the way, let me know, are you a milk chocolate person, a dark chocolate person, or a sweet normal chocolate person? Okay, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, or white chocolate? Milk chocolate. Okay, I'm an all chocolate person. Dark chocolate. Any dark chocolate people, man? Please. No, no dark chocolate. Nobody dark chocolate. Everybody milk. Milk chocolate. Dark chocolate. Yes. Tayyaba. Brilliant. You don't mind dark. You love dark chocolate. Amazing. You are the more healthier.
I wasn't talking about chocolate, bro.
My days, bro. Allow it. Allow it. My man. My man. Oh my days, what a joker, man. Pure fire for that, yeah. Pure fire. Oh, hilarious. Yeah, pure fire for that, yeah. We need to cleanse you with holy water. Holy water. Okay. All right, it's like joker. All right, cool. Bun up. Amazing. Okay. Why am I asking? Just because a little tangent, but here it here it is. When it comes to mixing your chocolate with your dark chocolate or whatever you like, mixing it with your milk, I'm gonna use a whisk instead of a spoon. Okay. All right, brilliant. All right, next one. Okay, we've done substitute. What's next? We've got combine. That's where your sport comes in. But what are your actually? You know what? I'm gonna hand it over to you. What can we combine with a spoon to make it even better? Right? That was comic timing. That was just comic timing, right? The way my man came in with that bar, just absolute, just comedy gold, comedy gold. All right. Um, add a whisk or fork. Yes, Danielle, love it. You add a whisk or a fork to the other end, it becomes, a double-edged weapon almost for us, a food weapon for us to attack that biryani with. Okay. An AI. How about combining this with a weighty mechanism that allows people with Parkinson's to eat? All right. So instead of shaking the spoon so much, you're holding the spoon and it's kind of there's a weight balance on one side. Brilliant. Add a straw inside. Wow. Yo, that is actually really dope, man. Damn. Yeah, add a straw inside the spoon. Okay, brilliant. Combining the straw and the spoon. That's actually really clever. Wow. A butter knife and a fork. Wow. Okay, adding those together. Brilliant, Afia. I love this. Call it call it a spawn. That's respawning, bro. Okay, brilliant. Implement machine learning. My God. Implement machine learning in the spoon. I love that. I love it. Brilliant. Yeah, Daniel. Remember, patent your ideas. Patent them if you're in the US. Patent. I think the US is patent. Hajra, add a fork behind the spoon. Yes, Maggie, Hajra. I know you love Maggie, man. Since you were a little one, you love the Maggie. All right, Arfan. Whoa, this already exists, yeah. Damn, you're blowing my mind today. Spork. Yes, there you go. There you go. Brilliant. You know what? Mind equals blown. Let me just mind equals blown. Brilliant. Any other thoughts? We can't patent it. Yes, exactly. All right. Brilliant. So we've got the spork is an example. You combine the fork with the spoon, that gives you a spork. Adapt. Okay. Adapt. How can we adapt a spoon for a different use? Think about measuring spoons or a honey spoon. Okay, like as an example, right? We can't. I joke. What kind of spoons? How can we adapt a spoon to a new use? Right? A big spoon, that's more like modify. But yeah, some of these are like the same thing, right? If I adapt a spoon, because what it is, when I'm eating honey with a steel spoon, it's gonna taste butters, bruv. It's gonna taste kind of dead. Because why? Because the steel mixes in with the honey and it kind of deadens the vibe and the flavors. I want flavors. What do? I then adapt this spoon, make it wooden. Not only make it wooden, but change the actual ending of it so that it collects the honey beautifully. Okay, that's true adaptation. I've now turned this spoon into a honey spoon that is perfect for my honey days. Right, those days. Substitute. Yes, you're right, Ishaq. Some of adapt and substitute can be a little bit similar. Substitute would be completely different thing altogether. The whisk is not considered to be a spoon. The honey spoon is, in fact, a spoon. Okay. I'm gonna adapt from being a non-desi guy to become a desi guy. Sit down with my hands, and this will brilliant. Yes, exactly that. Brilliant. Popsicle stick. Brilliant idea, Afia. Make only the handle different materials and make honey and sell the different spoon parts for the same price as a spoon. Yo, cashing in. Heat resistance. Whoa, brilliant. I love it. I love it. Or even a spoon that keeps your Ben and Jerry's cold. So it's ice cold at the. Come on, man. This idea is just flowing. What? Like a spoon that is frozen at the bottom and it keeps your. Come on, man. Somebody patent this, man. We need a lawyer. Is any of you legally trained? Like, we need to start getting patents in now. Wow, this is fire, man. Flow state for real, for real. Okay, next thing. Sorry to keep keep you guys on this spoon example, but I think this is a dope example, right? It just goes to show that the simplest things in front of us can be turned into something really dope and really kind of worth creating. Okay, so what's the next thing? Adapt. We spoke about that. Magnify, minify, modify. Very simple. Yeah. In India, I heard they built a spoon which is actually edible. Wow. Okay. In order to go plastic free. Brilliant idea. What's that an example of? And it was on Shark Tank. That's an example of adapt, right? We're adapting something that is not eco-friendly, not sustainable, to become fully sustainable, to become biodegradable, or whatever the words are. Okay. Next thing we're going to talk about is modify. Very simply, a teaspoon, small tablespoon turning into a teaspoon, teaspoon turning into a micro spoon turning into a miniature spoon, whatever it is. That's really, really interesting. Okay. Any thoughts about modification, making it larger, smaller? If not, we're going to go through, yes, a foldable handle. Damn, love that. You know what? Some companies are already doing that. They've got a foldable spoon that goes into the yogurt that you buy or the food that you buy. So as soon as you lift the lid of that product, then you've got that foldable spoon that you can pull out. And it's very handy. You can keep it with you at all times. I don't know if anybody's seen Ertugrul, the Turkish epilogue, the drama. In that, the Turkish warriors, they always keep a spoon with them. Okay, ready to eat. Okay, brilliant. Yo, what's that? Kinder. That looks kind of butters, man. Oh, wow. I thought, yeah. That look kind of butters, but very, very smart indeed. Oh, brilliant. Kinder's got this like very small. Wow, look at that. You got a spoon and a fork. What's that, Afia? Can you explain that? What is that? It's a it's a fork. Butterfly fork. Damn. Okay, brilliant. You got so many ideas. Now we're going to go to put to another use. My example of you putting a spoon to another use, jewelry, right? Maybe Vert can, okay, little Uzi Vert with a little kind of spoon coming out of his his earlobe. That's an idea of putting something that very different to a completely different use. Okay, putting it to another. He got it snatched. Yeah. Okay. Any other ideas for putting to another use? Feel free. Like, how can we put a spoon to another use? Make it into a cannon or something like that. Like a cannon. Like I don't know. Like you put something on there and like a slingshot or something. A paint mixer. Brilliant, Subby. That's amazing. Amazing idea. Okay, a rubber handle. Good idea there as well. Okay, eliminate. This is here we get very, very interesting when it comes to eliminate. Like we mentioned, I think, who was it that mentioned in the beginning about eliminating parts of a car to create a much better version of the car? Okay. What is the difference between put to another use and combine? Combine is like you're putting two elements together, spoon and fork. Okay, that creates a spork, right? And then the other one is putting to another use, like I have a spoon, I'm going to use it for something completely different. I'm going to use it to chuck at my man, or I'm going to use it to I don't know, as a piece of jewelry, or I'm going to use it in order to be a slingshot. I'm going to use it as a piece of decoration, right? Quite simply. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, so putting to another use, we've got that. E stands for eliminate. Very simple. I've got a spoon. I'm going to poke holes in it. I'm going to eliminate some of the product in order to give it a new use. And what that use is going to be a sieve. A sieve. I've got my chawal. I've got my rice. I've got my riz. Yeah. Put it into my spoon and then let it drain out all the water just by putting holes into that spoon. That's an example of eliminate. Okay. Eliminate is a very good thing to think about when it comes to apps. Okay. As an example, Threads versus Twitter. How did Threads make themselves unique to Twitter? They eliminated a lot of the functionalities of Twitter in order to give us something that is way more simple. Simplification is beautification. Beautification is attracting the nation. Bars. What do I mean by this? When you simplify something that already exists, that itself is a new product or service. If something was so complicated, like as an example, this whole scamper thing can become very complicated. If somebody then comes in and creates a new, simpler way to explain it, that's adding value. That's a product in itself. Okay. Eliminating things that are not important. Brilliant. Some of these apps, they're so complicated. Then an app will come and make the same thing, but make it simpler and will do much better. Okay. Brilliant. You take off the handle, you get a small bowl. I love that. That's a dope idea, man. That's a very dope idea. Okay. Last but not least, wait a second. A few people are at the door. Last but not least, when it comes to reverse or, what's the other one? Reverse or, yeah, reuse in a different way. Rearrange, exactly. Thank you for us. Reverse or rearrange, what we're going to do with a spoon, as an example, I'm going to use it as a magic trick. Put it into something that is, a very weird kind of way, or I can kind of break it up. Brilliant, Aaron. Well done. Break it up into parts, and just like one of you guys said, create a bowl out of one thing, like a mini bowl, or a little kind of, a stick or something. Whatever it is, you're rearranging the product in order to create a new use for it. We're turning it into a magic trick. For example, if we break it apart and show it to people like this, look, I've got the power to turn this spoon, to break this spoon, bend this spoon just with my fingers. But really and truly, it's already broken apart. Big man's just acting. Okay, cool. So some of them will seem quite similar to each other, but the point is that we go through each one of these 7. Okay, so this was a very chunky ideation session. So I won't go through the what if technique, but the what if technique is very simple. It's basically saying, what if this happened? You just ask yourself, what if that doesn't exist? What if cars didn't exist? How would I get to point from A to B? How would I go to school? And last but not least, here are some points for you to think about nurturing more ideation. Absolutely loved your energy. Remember that you have to embrace curiosity, meaning everything that is around you, try to question it. Understand processes, understand what's happening around you. Number two, try to brainstorm and collaborate with people. Do you see how much better it was ideating together than if I were to say to you, go sit by yourself and take 10 minutes out and come up with a few ideas? We help each other. Barakallah feek, Muhammad, hayakallah. Engage in continuous learning, right? Meaning keep your eyes open. And the one example I'm going to give you of this, I know we're going slightly over time, is traveling. When you travel, you come up with new ideas. The founder of Red Bull came up with the idea when he came across a rickshaw driver that would drink a certain cocktail of mixtures, and that would be his key to keeping awake and alert throughout his shifts. That drink itself then became Red Bull. Okay. Embrace failure. Remember, there's no stupid idea. There's no stupid idea. You park those ideas for later. And with that being said, thank you so very much. We're at the 56-minute mark when it comes to this. And that's my mugshot right there. If you have any questions, I'm going to stay for the rest of this session. So well done, everyone.